Okay, this is a screencast to demonstrate that the binding error issue is still occurring when we have Autodesk Point Layout installed on the computer and the gtp.addin file is within the add-ins subfolder. I have Revit 2016 open. I had closed it earlier and reopened it so I can create a new journal file. If I open up any file, I'm just using this one because we were working with exporting to Showcase and forcing it to have the error. And as you can see, I don't even have to actually initiate that work suite process. That error pops up. I have to click it twice for it to go away. If I go and I say, give me suites workflow and say to realistic and run, it'll give me the error, but it'll still let me do the actual exporting of the Revit model to Showcase. I'm going to cancel this when that comes up, just so that I don't need it for it to process. If I go to the Manage tab of the ribbon and go to Shared Parameters, um, if I browse, it's wanting to force to create the shared parameter text file, but it doesn't make sense because I deleted it earlier. And so I'm going to cancel this, close this, get the error again. I'm going to go to my documents. I'm going to get rid of the shared parameter text file. And minimize Revit screen size and go to Manage. I'll go to an architectural project this time. Go to Manage. Still getting the error. Go to Manage. Go to Share Parameters. Browse, and it still forces it to make it. If I delete this and delete, and browse, no, and just go to C drive and delete this. I cannot force it to not use a shared parameter text file. I hit OK, and I still get the error. If I close Revit and I go to C, Program Data, Autodesk, Revit, add-ins, I'm going to take that GTP add-in and I'm going to move it to my temp folder. So here I am opening up Revit again. I'm going to minimize the size of Revit screen so it's easier to see. I'm going to, as you can see, the Autodesk Point Layout tab, it no longer exists. If I go to extensions, or better yet, I'll just open up the file first. You'll see that again, I have no Autodesk Point Layout. If I go to add-ins, I still have that launch screencast because that add-in has not been removed yet. I have not received any binding errors. If I go to the suites workflow and force it, it doesn't give me the error. It allows me to work with it directly. And so as long as the add-in, Autodesk Point Layout add-in extension, that add-in file is not within the add-in subfolder of Revit, we're not getting the issue and it runs fine. Not cool because I actually am in the middle of trying to learn Autodesk Point Layout. So let me open up Windows Explorer again, go back to my temp folder, go back to that GTP file, add-in, and I'm going to put it back. Program Data, Autodesk, Revit, add-ins, paste it back, And so now I'm opening up Revit again with the GTP add-in file put back. So now that it's back, you can see Autodesk Point Layout tab is still available. I can open up the file. I'll get the binding issue. If I start a brand new file, I still get the binding issue. So it doesn't matter what file I'm working with. And the best that I can figure is that as long as that add-in file is in the subfolder, then Revit will have this error. The journal file, let me double check. Revit journal file location. We're going to XP Windows 7. I want to go to U. Copy that. Go to U. Control V. Autodesk Revit 2016 journal. We'll sort by date, and here's the latest one. I'm going to copy this to C temp. And in my email, I will insert that journal file. I'll also insert the Revit file too. It's only 15 megs, so it should go through. And then as for the screencast videos, as soon as this is finished, I'll find the embedded link and I'll email it to you guys. And that's it. That's the